Hi there guys, Adam here as per usual, and someone asked me a few weeks ago, well someone said a few weeks ago, what's the crack with your gear? As someone who was forever changing gear, especially on my pedal board, will you give us an update? I can't remember who that was, but yes mate, I will give you an update. So here we go. It's actually pretty similar to the last incarnation with just a few changes. Overall I've just sort of changed the layout a little just to make it a little neater, a little easier to use and navigate. So first I go from guitar into this full tone 70 fuzz, and I really quite like this pedal. I've wanted a fuzz face based circuit for a while, and a lot of people said that this is a good one to experiment with if you like the silicon transistors. Generally I think as a rule I generally prefer kind of germanium sounds, or at least that's the way it seems to be to me. But in my bedroom it goes from very hot to very cold on a daily basis, and that would be absolutely no good for germanium transistors. That it would completely alter the sound and the gain factor. And yeah, so I went with silicon, which is a generally more reliable material, and yeah, and actually I'm quite liking it. I've got it set, as you can see, the mids isn't actually really a mid control. It seems to perhaps bias one of the transistors. It almost acts like a secondary volume control. But yeah, it's great. I've got it set like that. I very rarely use it into the clean channel. I either run an overdrive after it, or I'll run it into one of my dirty amp channels. If I run it into the crunch channel, I get a really nice splattery octave up effect in the middle of the neck. And if I run it into an overdrive or something, the overdrive really smooths out the fuzz, and you just get this massive fat sort of Bonamassa Eric Johnson violin-y type tone. That yeah, I really like. It's great for that kind of thing, just ripping leads. Yeah. And then into this TU3 Boss TU3 chromatic tuner. As it says on the tin, simple but awesome tuner. And then into this Crybaby War. Got a custom paint shell thing on that. I've installed an LED, and it is, I did a video a while back, and you can find instructions as well on how I modded this on dirtbox.net. Yeah, basically modded it for true bypass, and for taking out a few components, replacing them, you can get a different sweep quality and an all-round different tone. It's a lot smoother now, and the transition from heel to toe is a lot smoother, whereas the Crybaby seems to be bass, treble and nothing in between. This I feel is it has a nicer, a smoother kind of ride. This is the awesome Bob Burt Clean Boost, still going strong. So I run at about 1:30, 2 o'clock there, and it's just, it really is, it's strange to say it's the nicest clean boost I've ever tried, because surely they should also all do the same thing, right? Well, wrong. This is just an awesome beast. It is ultra clean. The highest quality construction, highest quality parts, and it just sounds awesome no matter what I do, whether it's into a clean channel, into an overdrive, into my crunch channel, or into a lead channel. It just sounds awesome. The pick attack returns, the definition returns, and it's just, yeah, it's just awesome. Probably my most used boost at the moment. And then again, I always sing the praises of this bad lad, the Valvet Custom Drive, running just at 9 volts and not 18. I prefer it that way. I prefer the extra sort of squashy compression. And yeah, it's a low gain OD. I use it basically primarily as my main lead tone into a lead channel. And a lot of tones off, a lot of the lead tones on Cosmology album use this pedal into me lead sound. Yeah, it's really great. It's unlike, I've heard people compare it to a Tube Screamer, to a Zen Drive, but to me it sounds a little bit different. It does of course share a lot of overdrives out there share similar qualities to a Tube Screamer, but this to me is one of the exceptions. It sounds different. And then the Bob Burt Overdrive, another fantastic pedal by Bob. Yeah, what can I say that I haven't already said about it? It is a TS808 based, but there's a lot more low end, there's a lot more gain available, and I think more volume available as well. And it just has a few magic tweaks, I guess you could call them, to really blow the Tube Screamer circuit wide apart, and you're left with this overdrive. Yeah, I can use that. I use that set like that into my clean channel for a kind of low gain, bluesy, crunchy type thing. I also use it on one of my lead channels to get quite a lot amount of gain actually. I very rarely do that. But yeah, it's great for adding sustain, etc. It's a really great overdrive. If you're into the Tube Screamers circuit, I think this is definitely one to check out. And then I'm not sure if you've seen this one before on my pedalboard. It is the Arion SCH1 stereo chorus pedal, just ran in mono. A lot of people, sorry, while I say that, I say it ran in mono, but I've actually got it set. If you can see up there, I've actually got it set to the stereo setting. It's just something that a friend of mine recommended I play with, while playing switch between the mono and stereo, and it seems that it does change the sound slightly, and I don't know what it does, but it does change the sound, and I found I preferred it on the stereo. It was perhaps a little bit more subtle, I think. But yeah, this is a chorus pedal that a lot of people rave about, and I mean, I got this for 30 quid on eBay, fully boxed, manual, everything, original 80s one, which is a bit of a bargain price actually. They normally fetch about 3 times that, 2 to 3 times that, and it's just I don't use a lot of chorus, but I do like it on my clean channel. And also if you turn the rate right up as well and lower the depth, then you get that nice 4 Leslie type sound. I really like it. And this, another new one, I got this in a trade, the T-Rex Tremster tremolo pedal. To be honest, I'd never really used a tremolo pedal, and the guy was like, "Oh, do you want to trade said pedal for this?" And I was like, "Okay, I'll give it a shot." So like, wasn't expecting to like it, but actually I found every time I turn my clean channel on, I end up putting this on too. I've got it set at a really subtle, medium pace tremolo. I'm not into the whole helicopter type industrial tremolo sounds. That's not for me. It's just really subtle, and it seems to add a bit of depth and a bit of, at risk of being cliche, a bit of a 3D-ness to your to my guitar sound, especially on a clean channel. It just does a little something different. That's less subtle. Sorry, that's more subtle than chorus, and not as simple as like a treble boost or something. It's just a little bit different. Oh, here's Dexter. Hello, Dex. Yep, I've still got Dexter, and he's frequently on my pedal board. Right, Dexter's now attacking us, so I think we'll leave it there. As usual, powered by the Voodoo Labs Pedal Power 2 Plus. Still never let me down. I must have had that about 7 years now, and it's just beasting along. Dexter, what you eating? What you eating? I think Dexter may have eaten some crisp packet there. Stupid dog. So yep, that's it. The updated pedalboard talk, I guess. I will get round to at some point doing a video demonstrating some sounds. But in all honesty, my tone hasn't changed that much since maybe Monkey Fest in summer, those who saw me there. Yeah, I have got a few new pedals on the way in, as part of Christmas gifts and stuff like that. I'll keep those a secret for now, but some pretty awesome stuff that some of them you probably won't have even heard before, let alone seen before. Yeah.